The drama surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville has been ongoing for years, and just when we thought things might settle down, we are hit with some major news. Fans are shocked as rumors swirl around Marsau and Letitia Scott's sudden departure from the show. If you've been following the show, you know that they have been central figures from the very beginning, known for their strong family values, entrepreneurial spirit, and of course, their fair share of drama. But now, it seems like they have walked away from it all. What led to this decision? Was it their strained relationships with other cast members? Or was it something deeper happening behind the scenes that pushed them to say, "We're done"? In this video, we'll break down everything we know about their exit, what's happening behind the scenes, and what this means for the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, let's get into it. Marsau and Letitia Scott have been fan favorites for quite a while on Love and Marriage Huntsville. As one of the show's most prominent couples, they have always maintained a united front, even when tensions with other cast members flared up. However, in recent seasons, there have been subtle shifts in their dynamics, both with the show and with fellow cast members. In the earlier seasons, the Scotts were loved for their ambitious business ventures and commitment to their family. But over time, they have become involved in explosive confrontations that have left fans wondering about the true reason for their departure. For months, fans noticed that there was something off about Marsau and Letitia's dynamic. While the couple had always been portrayed as a solid power couple, recent seasons have shown cracks in their relationships, not only with the other cast members, but also with the show itself. One of the biggest sources of tension on the show was the ongoing feud between the Scotts and the Holts, Melody and Martell Holt. If you've been keeping up with Love and Marriage Huntsville, you'll know that the Holts and the Scotts have had a rocky relationship for a long time. There have been accusations, betrayals, and heated arguments, both on and off camera, leading to multiple explosive confrontations. The tension between the two families reached a breaking point, and many fans felt that this was a huge factor in Marsau and Letitia's decision to walk away from the show. But it wasn't just the Holts who had issues with the Scotts. Over time, other cast members began voicing their frustrations with Marsau and Letitia, calling them out for what they saw as hypocrisy, manipulation, and selective accountability. The couple felt that they were unfairly being painted as villains this season. Some fans pointed out that Marsau and Letitia seemed to be on the defensive more than ever, constantly justifying their actions, while others seemed to get a free pass. Let's not forget the constant rumors and allegations about Marsau's infidelity. Despite Marsau repeatedly denying any wrongdoing, the whispers about his faithfulness never truly went away. Could it be that the pressure from these ongoing scandals became too much for them to bear? According to sources, Marsau and Letitia began pulling back from filming altogether. They started skipping key events and refusing to engage in certain storylines, which might have been their way of protecting their peace. However, this likely created friction with the producers, who rely heavily on conflict to keep viewers engaged. But was this really the breaking point for Marsau and Letitia? Or was there something even more significant happening behind the scenes? Rumors have surfaced that the couple's departure may not have been entirely voluntary, and that there may have been tensions with the network that played a significant role in their decision to leave. Let's dive into the behind-the-scenes drama to better understand what happened. Tensions between the Scotts and the production team at OWN, the network behind Love and Marriage Huntsville, had reportedly been brewing for quite some time. One of the major issues was creative control. Marsau and Letitia reportedly felt that their portrayal on the show was becoming increasingly negative. They believed that the producers were focusing too much on drama and controversy, rather than highlighting their professional successes, family life, and business growth. As we all know, Love and Marriage Huntsville thrives on conflict, and every cast member is under intense scrutiny. But sources close to Marsau and Letitia suggest that they felt they were being unfairly targeted. Marsau, in particular, was reportedly frustrated by the continued rumors about his infidelity, despite repeatedly denying them. Fans have noticed that while other cast members were able to move past their mistakes, Marsau was constantly being put on the hot seat. This situation created a lot of tension between the couple and the producers. On top of this, there were whispers that the network was pressuring Marsau and Letitia to engage in more dramatic storylines, particularly ones that would involve more conflict with Melody Holt. However, Marsau and Letitia weren't interested in fueling unnecessary drama, especially considering how their fallout with Melody and Martell had already reached a breaking point. But the drama didn't stop there. One of the most significant factors leading to their departure was reportedly a contract dispute. Many reality TV stars eventually reach a point where they feel they deserve more money, creative input, or control over their narratives. Marsau and Letitia were no different. As major players on the show, they were contributing significantly to its success, but as their popularity grew, so did their demands. Sources suggest that Marsau and Letitia wanted a bigger paycheck that reflected their impact on the show. Additionally, they reportedly asked for more control over how their storylines were edited. However, instead of meeting their requests, OWN allegedly stood firm and refused to give them the kind of control they were seeking. As tensions continued to rise, things reportedly came to a head during the filming of the latest season. There, were heated discussions between Marsau, Letitia, and the producers over what was being filmed versus what was being left out. The couple allegedly felt like their positive moments, such as their real estate ventures and business growth, were constantly overshadowed by negative drama. It seemed that the producers wanted more of the controversial moments, but Marsau and Letitia weren't willing to play along. After holding out in hopes that things would change, it became clear that they were being positioned in a way that they no longer felt comfortable with. Ultimately, Marsau and Letitia were faced with two choices. They could stay on the show, continue to play the reality TV game, and deal with the drama, or they could walk away on their own terms before things got even worse. It looks like they chose the latter. But here's the million-dollar question. Was this exit truly their choice? Or was it part of a bigger plan orchestrated by the network to shake things up? With Marsau and Letitia's departure, Love and Marriage Huntsville is left at a crossroads. The show needs to evolve and introduce fresh dynamics to keep viewers hooked. It's no secret that OWN, the network behind the show, has a history of shaking up its reality TV casts when things start to feel repetitive. Producers are always looking for fresh faces, new conflicts, and exciting personalities to keep the drama alive. With Marsau and Letitia stepping away, speculation is running wild about who will replace them on the show. One of the most talked about rumors is that OWN is looking to bring in a new power couple. These would be people who are well known in Huntsville's social or business scene, but haven't yet had the chance to be in the Love and Marriage Huntsville spotlight. The new power couple would likely have business success, social influence, and enough underlying drama to keep things interesting. Some names have already started circulating, though the network has remained tight-lipped about any official casting decisions. Another possibility is that OWN could bring back a former cast member to fill the gap. There have been some fans calling for the return of familiar faces, especially those who left under controversial circumstances. If the network wants to revive old drama and add a bit of intrigue, bringing back a former cast member could be the perfect move. And here's where things get even messier. What if OWN introduces Martell Holt's new love interest into the mix? Martell's love life has been one of the most controversial storylines on the show, and if his new partner were to join the cast, it would create instant drama. Imagine the tension if Martell's new woman has to interact with Melody Holt on screen. That's the kind of juicy conflict reality TV thrives on, and it could be a way for OWN to continue to capture viewers' attention. Whether Melody would be willing to film with her ex's new partner remains to be seen, but if OWN wants to take the show in a new direction, this could be a bold move. The future of Love and Marriage Huntsville is uncertain, but one thing is for sure, the departure of Marsau and Letitia Scott has opened up a whole new chapter for the show. It could go in a completely fresh direction with new faces, or it could double down on the existing cast and give them even more dramatic storylines. Whatever happens, we'll be watching closely to see how things unfold. So, what do you think? About Marsau and Letitia's departure? Was it truly their decision, or were they pushed out by the network? And who do you think should replace them on the show? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this unfolding drama. This story is far from over, so stay tuned for more updates.